All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Rough Rigs podcast / Supercoach. I'm going to bundle. Well, first off, I'm back. Let's just clear the elephant in the room. Will's not here. He's let you down. That's the word around town. So long story short, or however it's said, I went on my honeymoon on the 7th of July. It is now I don't know what day it is. I left on the 7th of something whenever I got married, and I've just come back today. So it'll get released tomorrow on the Friday. Will didn't want to shoot the poddy. He said he was busy. I won't delve into what he had. I'll let you be the judge of that. But maybe some appointments, some one-on-one sessions, you could say. But I'm back, and I'm going to do a Supercoach into regular podcasts, so bear with me. Will's dogged the boys, so we're going to get straight into the Supercoach for round 20 into 21. Will's dogged the boys and the girls of the Rough Rigs community, and a bit of a letdown, really. So this week, I think it's only fair because he's let you down. He hasn't given you your Rough Rigs weekly fix that we do my score, and we do Marco's score because I'm currently logged into Marco's account, so make of that what you will. We'll go through my score for round 20, I believe it is, round 20. Yep, it was round 20. 1,107. Not great, not bad. Let's get into it. Chrissy Randall, 35 of the best. Happens. Team A, 105 of the best. Adam Vanilla Blake, 46. Elias Katoa, 42. Aaron Clark, 57. Keon Kalamatangi, 48 before he went down with that injury. Season over for him, so look elsewhere, downgrade enough. What are your options? What are you thinking? So Sifa Talakai, 57. Angus Crichton, 69. I am shocked he got 69, but we'll take it, hey, happily. Nico Hines, 77. Munster, 64. I didn't play him this week, but Fainu, 48. Herbie Farnworth, 77 as my vice-captain. Ruben Garrick with a 59. Billy Smith, who I played over Fainu. That was my final decision for the round. He got the 8. He got the concussion. And as we all know, he sadly didn't pass the concussion against the Sharks, so he stays with the 8. Jacob Kiros with a 74. And my captain for the week, Brimson, with a 71. So not horrible, not bad. Considering a lot of people went Teddy or Edwards, I'll take the middle ground of a 70 any day of the week. On to Teddy, 37. Not good. Spewing if you captained him. Lehigh Hopewade, 53. And Hudson Young, 65. Now, we'll get on to Marco's team because, I'm currently on his laptop and I only think it's fair because he hasn't dogged you. Will has, you know. You with me? So we'll go through Marco's team when the internet loads up from last week. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get there. I'm looking at his current team. He scored 1,336. Give me a second here. Let me go to leagues. Let me go view league. Don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing something. Bear with me. Not a Supercoach guy. Should be. I should be by now, but holy, I'm not. Let's do that. I wish this was live so I could ask someone for some help. How do I get to round 20? That's my question on the fucking undo changes, optimize. I don't want to optimize shit. I want to see last round's fucking efforts from Marco. Not good. Anyways, Marco scored 1,300 and a lot. 1,336. Great week for the man. Probably could have done better. He's probably upset with himself. But, again, he had a great week, so nothing to be ashamed of. Now, with this week, it's not going to be a long episode when it comes to the Supercoach because Will's not here. I'm unorganised. For reference, yesterday was Wednesday, I believe. I woke up at 9 a.m. yesterday. It's now currently Thursday. What time is it? 4 o'clock. I haven't slept. So this is a big shift for me. I've been doing a lot of washing, all that sort of fun stuff, blah, blah, blah. Adult things, as we all have to do. So that's what I've been doing. So, yeah, I'm a bit rattled. I'll be honest, I'm a bit rattled, a bit tired. But I don't want to sleep until 10 or 11 tonight. Otherwise, I'll be cooked. So the plan is to watch the footy. Watch the footy, go to bed, and fucking try and get a sleep schedule. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest with you. I can see his total score. I don't know who was in his team. 1,336. I'm sorry for that mumbo jumbo. Yeah, I have no fucking idea. I'm sorry. Tamarco, unfair on you because you didn't dog the boys like Will. Love you, Will, but come on, mate. They all missed you. I was getting a lot of messages weekly going, where's Will, mate? Where's Will? The super sub, where is he? I've noticed, I think this is a little plot from Will. Ever since he stopped shooting the pod for 2 weeks, he's had 2 of his best weeks ever. So make of that what you will. Now, this week, I'm going to talk about trades, my thoughts. I'll try and remember what I did because I did my trades early because I was panicking. Being overseas, our flight got cancelled. We had to stay another night. Yada, yada, yada. Happens to everyone. But, yeah, the Supercoach was the last thing on my mind. I was just trying to enjoy myself, to be honest. The extra day was pretty cool. Just in a hotel. Got some Grab for those who, it's like Uber. Cheap as fuck. Just enjoyed ourselves. So, a bit rattled. I did all my trades the other day. I brought in Dylan Edwards. I think Dylan Edwards is probably heading into a must. I wanted to originally bring Toto in, but all the boys are saying he got hurt last week. So I'll be back on the footy this week. I'll be watching all the rounds, all the games. I just want to vegetate this weekend, sort of just be lazy and enjoy the couple days before work, watch the games I can watch. So I'm really going to vegetate, enjoy myself. There's not much to it really. That's the plan. So we'll go through my trades. Dylan Edwards came in. I got rid of Pappy. I said about a month or 6 weeks ago that something wasn't right with Pappy. I could just notice it in the way he was moving. And pretty much since then he's had a cork. He's played half games. And I think he's been out for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and it's confirmed a 5th week he's going to be out before he comes back, which is this week. So I've gone for Edwards there, brought him in. I've traded out Keon Kalamatangi. I've moved Hudson Young up from the flex into the second rowers spot, put Edwards down to the flex. So the trade I made, Edwards for Keon. I need to free up the money. So that's my team at the moment. I've got 8 trades left with a power play. Sorry, I'm rattled. I'm giving it a shot here. End of season plans. I'm pretty happy with the team. I think I just want to make 1 or 2 more moves. If I could somehow get Blakey Brayley in to finish the season, maybe for a Randall and a Sandon, and then nuff out the second hooker, that would be awesome because I've got lots of options on the bench now. That's my plan going forward. I don't know what you're looking at. I think a lot of people are looking at Lomax. A lot of people were looking at Toto, cheaper option. That's the other one. I brought in Greg Marju. Sorry. I did use the power play. Greg Marju in, Billy Smith out. So I'm going something a bit different. I know it's risky with the Knights. They're still struggling to score points. Ponga's out. Gagai looked good at the back. Gagai is probably another option that a lot of people are going for. And to be honest, I think that it's a good move. Like, I don't see that as a bad move. He looked good at fullback. he's going to be there for the rest of the season unless like they give some young gunner, just a random week in the one jersey, but I can't see it happening. We'll go to traded ins and outs in the top 10% for this week. Let's have a look. We'll start with the traded out. Keon Kalamatangi is an obvious one. Injury. I think you're going to get a lot of injured players for the run home, and there's been a lot of injuries I've been reading on NRL Physio. Shout out to him. He's a lifesaver when it comes to not being in the country, not being able to watch. Well, not being able to watch. I could just get a VPN, but when I'm on holidays, I like to enjoy my holidays. Let's just leave it at that. Keon Kalamatangi is the most traded out player. Fair enough. Tina Fasul-Malaawi, ongoing injuries. Fair enough. Ryan Papenhuyzen at 3. Also fair enough. That calf isn't just a tweak or whatever they're calling it. It's a strain. There's something wrong. You want your best players firing at finals footy, especially if you're the Melbourne Storm, who are 3rd or 2nd, I believe. So they're ready to go on the right spot. Isaiah Iongi, same thing. I think he has a fractured wrist from memory. Dylan Lucas, don't know his injury, but I've been reading a lot that he's injured. At the 6, Val Holmes with a separated shoulder issue or something along the lines of that, or a pec. Billy Smith with the concussion. People just need players this week, and it's probably their final upgrade if they've got a few trades left, which many do. Tedesco. I don't fully get the Tedesco one at all. Maybe a Drinkwater or a Dylan Edwards. That's probably it, unless you're going something so left field, which I respect. Or you're trying to make money somewhere or to upgrade elsewhere. I don't know. I'd keep Teddy. I don't know. I think he's had one bad week. I think the Sharks' kicking game was excellent to him. I don't think he'll be held down again. Let's just put it that way. I think Trindle just kicked it really well and made it difficult for Teddy to make the meters he normally does. Marky Mark, I'm not going to pronounce his name. I think it's disrespectful if you can't say it correctly. I need to work on that. So Marky Mark, 9th most traded out player, and Hugo Savala with the halves coming back in, Sandon, Chad, Sammy, whatever the fuck they're doing there. Fair enough move. He's probably not going to get a game for the rest of the season, bearing injuries happen. So that's the traded out. So we'll go into most traded in. Dylan Edwards, number 1. I think that's fair enough. I think he's the perfect player leading the Panthers in the right way. He's going to give you 138% every single week. He's a Supercoach player. He's Supercoach relevant. He just goes hard. He's not good. He's not excellent at anything, but he's great at everything. Like, he's just solid at everything. There's not one part of his game that he's better than others, but he'll just do your job. He'll get you 100 every week or very close to it. Second most traded, Nathan Cleary. Fair enough. It's obviously a Hughes or a Cleary or a Hines. Take your pick. Personal preference, and I understand why you went Cleary, because bit of desperation for the Panthers. They're still charging up that ladder. Payne Haas at number 3. Love it. I think those people that traded him out during Origin, and they're finally trading him back in. Fair enough. Hudson Young at the 4. Probably the informed back rower of the season. Probably no one's come close when it comes to try-scoring ability, just being around the ball. He makes things happen. For a back rower, he reminds me a lot of Wade Graham, like a lot. Take away probably the excellent playmaking and the kicking game that Graham had. He reminds me of Wade Graham in the sense that he would always just pop up in the right moments, but a far better try scorer. He's just got that knack for finding the line. Probably one of the most improved back rowers. A few years ago, people were off him. A bit of this off field, this, that, and the next thing. But I think he's one of the best back rowers in the comp at the moment. Him, Elias Katoa, or Crichton. Even Crichton, he hasn't had enough time on the park with all the little injuries. Zach Lomax, Blakey Brayley at the 5. Mate, probably the most informed player of the last month. Any team, any player. He's impact to the Sharks winning at the moment. You take him out of most of our games, we're not winning those games. It's good to see the hooker position starting to get some love and attention because it's sort of not a desired position for media. So he's putting the hookers on the map and he's playing excellent. I think he's averaging 102 over his last 4 weeks. Stupid numbers. He's up to 700,000. Fuck, why didn't we get on it at 502 wherever he was at a couple of weeks back? So he's flying at the moment. So he's probably the best hook option if you can go Grant, but yeah, I'd go Brayley at the moment. He's flying. Zach Lomax, 6th best option to trade in. Fair enough. He's one of the big dogs. You know what you're going to get from him. I just couldn't afford him, and I sort of wanted to go Marju anyway. I don't know. I like the risk factor of Marju. Hamole Olakawatu, he's come back this week. He comes back this week, and a lot of people have jumped on him as a risk, and I sort of like it a lot. Will I do it? Probably not. I don't know. I like the idea, but Manly are improving, but we all know that Manly can play 2 excellent weeks and just completely different team the 3rd week. But at the moment, they're playing some really good footy. Paddy Carrigan. I don't mind this one as a different option. Just minutes, right? He shares a lot of minutes because he plays different roles for that Broncos side. I'd steer clear of it, but I do like the idea. I do thoroughly like the idea of that. Taylor May of the Tigers variant. These loyal Tiger fans, or it could be a bit of both. People could seriously think he could, be impactful to finish the season, and I don't hate it at all, to be honest. And to wrap it all up, Isaiah, good option. That, it's Isaiah. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get work rate. You're going to get 80 minutes most weeks. And, he can go big depending on how the Panthers are playing and who they're playing. He can go big, so I don't hate that one either. That's the most traded in. That was for all coaches, by the way. I didn't click the right filter, so make of that what you will. A few different ones in there. For top 10%, Aaron Clark at 10. Brayley moves up to 4. Edwards at 2. Cleary at 1. There's not much difference. Same names, different order. So make of that what you will. Now, captains. Speaking of Will, he's not here. Dog. Anyways, captains for this week. Let's go to the draw. I'm looking at the draw. We got Roosters versus Storm. We got Cowboys versus Dragons. We got Broncos versus Eels. We got Wars versus Titans. We got Panthers versus Tigers. We got the Rabbits v the Sharks. We got the Raiders v the Knights. We got the Dogs v the Seagulls and the Dolphins on a bye. Now, I'm looking at that and I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. A pretty well-rounded week to, fucking pick what you want, essentially. Seriously, pick what you want. This could be a week where you seriously could go rogue. Now, I don't know what I'm thinking of yet. Looking at that draw quickly, I haven't really looked at the draw. Sharks versus Rabbits. That's got pinned my ears up. Hines, Brayley, those two really would be the ones and Vanilla Blake if you really want to go rogue. Rabbits very injury depleted, but I will say this: the Sharks always play down to their competition this year. I've seen it twice now with the Dragons when we were losing 18-0 at the half. Thank God for a Sione Katoa masterclass in the second half. And I saw this against the Roosters the first time. 42-18 waxing. No Origin players were playing. All these young guys for the Roosters. And they just pumped my beloved Sharks. Now, I like Hines. Really like Hines. I like Hudson Young against the Knights. Even though the Knights are good defensively, I just like Hudson Young. I don't know why. I just do. Carraz against the Seagulls. Cleary and Edwards against the Tigers will probably be the most popular one. And I don't blame you because they're on fire at the moment. But the Tigers are coming off a win, so I don't know. I'm looking at Hines. I'll tell you what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a few things, and I'll tell you what it is. I'm feeling Hines against the Rabbits. I'm feeling Edwards against the Tigers. I'm feeling Hudson Young against the Knights. And for a wild card, I'm feeling Aaron Clark or AJ Brimson in their respective game against one another. My top would be Hines. My second would be Edwards. And you know what? My third might just be the Titans. AJ Brimson at the Titans. Why? Desi Hasley gave them a rinsing of a lifetime last week. They're going over to Auckland. Go Media Stadium this week. Plenty to play for. Like, if this doesn't have effort areas just written all over, if this doesn't have AJ Brimson just, being here, there, or somewhere, I don't know what else. This is it for the Titans. You got to, put a bit of pride for that jersey now. You're 17th. You're last by 2 points. It's time to be that annoying team heading into finals. There's not many weeks left, so a team you wouldn't want to verse. It's this time of the year where the bottom teams are the teams you don't really want to come up against because they can pull one out of nothing. And we've seen this year that that's a common theme, and fuck that. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll tell you that for free. Questions. I did have a question, but my phone's up there. Sorry, Cody. Something about upgrading from Dylan Lucas to someone. If we're going back rowers, Hudson Young, Elias Cattell would be my top two. If you haven't got Aaron Clark, I'd grab Aaron Clark. You're going to get 70 every week from him. Other thoughts? Captaincy, I don't know how to fucking check that. So you guys that know how to check that, you can do that. I'm sorry. I have no fucking idea who's most captained or what team's doing what and blah, blah, blah. I have no idea. So, yeah. My captains, as I said, looking at Hines, looking at AJ, looking at Edwards. That's the three. I'll lock it in. Those are the three that I'm looking at. And I'll update you tomorrow because, yeah, got a bit going on. Doing all the washing, as I said, all the domestic jobs, doing all the cleaning that needs to be done. Fair enough, needs to be done. Sorry for the absence, honeymoon. I think I've got a fair enough excuse, but I'm more just apologising on Will's behalf, and he's got some things going on, and he had some, I guess, hobbies to obtain while I was gone, of which I couldn't believe actually. So that's the end of the Supercoach pod. Please like, comment, subscribe. Everything will be back to normal as of next week. Regular uploads, normal times, so on and so forth. I'm so sorry about this 2-week period for those who actually enjoy our show and listen every week. If you like the show, like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit, or not. It's really up to you. I'm not forcing you. I'd love you to. Bit tired. Energy's a bit low, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to hone it in. Good luck to those who are playing Supercoach, except for whoever's up against me. Let's hope I can crack 1,400. So, I don't know. Let's have a dig. I'm back in. I'm focused. I'm actually going to look at the app more than 40 minutes before on a Thursday morning in Thailand and Korea. So, I'm back. I'm back here. So, that's the end of the show. Love yous. I'll leave yous. Peace.